XRP is preparing to enter the payment settlement market and potentially being integrated with both Western Union and MoneyGram. In today's video, we're going to talk about where the price could potentially go if it is going to be the payment processor, if you will, or settlements processor for Western Union and MoneyGram. And we believe that this could potentially happen in the very near future. Now, remember, as always, never financial advice, just trying to put you guys on a place that I am in. If you're new around here, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm and also consider subscribing to the channel. So the market today is kind of, again, a little bit choppy, some red, some green, but overall we're seeing positive momentum as Donald Trump continues to push the crypto narrative and making the United States the crypto hub of the world. XRP is also up about 1.5% on the day at $3.04. I love the fact that $3 is now acting as a very strong support. We're seeing volume still holding strong at $4.5 billion in the last 24 hours. And the overall market, again, is showing some green and decent momentum. For those of you that have been sidelined and not sure when to enter into the markets or look at different cryptocurrencies like XRP, well, always look at sentiment and always look at catalysts that could potentially fuel the next rally. And right now, sentiment has been reset to neutral and the market is ready for its next leg up. And XRP, I think, is going to do some substantial things, especially with titles coming out like this. How high could XRP go if Western Union and MoneyGram start using it for its settlements? So this is from the Crypto Basic. Let's go ahead and dive in. XRP price may reach unprecedented heights if payment giants Western Union and MoneyGram start using it for settlements. There's a few of you in the watching right now that still haven't gotten any exposure to XRP or haven't maybe bought their first coins. If you want to get direct exposure to crypto and start investing, especially for those of you in the United States of America, there's a link down below. You can start with a free $100 with iTrust Capital, one of the biggest brokerages that has over 14 billion transactions completed on their exchange, and they've been around for quite some time. The best part is to give you institutional grade custody with the premium custody account, which gives you the same protection that BlackRock gets with Coinbase Prime and Fidelity gets for all their users. But again, it's your personal account, not an institutional account, but still gives you the best protection. Western Union MoneyGram settlement volume. Two major remittance company that could leverage XRP for global payments are Western Union and MoneyGram. However, it remains unclear how much XRP could rise if the firm adopts it. So let's explore potential extent. We asked OpenAI's Chatgpt. Interestingly, the chatbot responded with two extensive models based on transaction volume, liquidity needs, and investor behavior. For context, MoneyGram move more than $350 billion every year together, which is absolutely massive, by the way, guys. Of this figure, $150 billion comes from Western Union and $200 billion comes from MoneyGram. These two firms dominate the global remittance market, so any serious adoption of XRP could carry huge. Now, what price could we expect? So, in the first model, Chatgpt assumed that both firms fully adopt XRP for settlements and hold XRP reserves to support the fast transactions. It is estimated that there would be right around $4.79 billion worth of XRP as a base reserve, which the broader market would have to support at least $14.37 billion, $14.37 billion, in circulating liquidity to avoid slippage and delays. Then it factored the behavior of long-term investors and speculators using a multiplier of 50. Notably, this is similar to how Bitcoin's price rose as institutions began to buy and hold the token. So according to ChatGPT, under this model, XRP could climb right around to $12, which gives it a clear 4x from here, or 400% rise. And here's the assumptions and the calculation they did based off of annual volume, daily volume, liquidity, market demands, speculation, and long-term holding multiples. There's just so much that goes into the crypto modeling structures. But also, ChatGPT assumed both companies would have held or would hold enough XRP to match their annual volume as safety buffer. This brought the total demand to 700 billion. Dividing that by 59.23 billion XRP in circulation, the model gave a base case of $11.82. So, with an added multiple of 8 to reflect the market hype, long-term holding and institutional FOMO, the final price could potentially see $94.56. Now, when you have these kind of numbers coming into place, you need to understand that this is AI. AI utilizes the entire World Wide Web, the entire internet as an infrastructure or its backbone to do its research and come up with these valuations. Chatgpt also clarified that these figures only show XRP's value based on usage by Western Union and MoneyGram. They don't include demand from remittance firms, central bank, digital currencies, or XRP's deflationary supply. If those materialize, XRP could easily break the $100 mark. Ripple's dealings with Western Union and MoneyGram is looking like it could be possible. Because remember, back in 2019, it struck a deal with MoneyGram that allowed the remittance firm to use Ripple X Rapid product to settle cross-border payments. So this is not something that's far-fetched, guys. This is something that could be implemented any day, and it can happen very, very quickly. So you need to be prepared, not surprised. So with that being said, we're seeing Ripple Labs continuously acquiring smaller based payment providers and companies. We saw the $200 million investment that just came in the last 24 hours, and we're seeing a lot more coming today, which also increases the valuation. And you, as an XRP holder, you're basically a shareholder of all of the entities and assets that they hold and they have under management. So, in addition to that, we're seeing really bullish things happen from a macro sense. President Trump to sign an executive order allowing cryptocurrencies and 401k retirement plans today. The Bank of England cuts interest rates by 25 basis points to 4%. And the S&P 500 having an 82% beating quarterly estimates for their Q2 earnings reports announced just the last couple weeks in Q3, despite President Trump's tariffs, which everyone thought would cause earnings to get hit pretty hard, especially for big tech and all the imports that we utilize in the United States. But most importantly is this 401k retirement plan addendum. With that being said, this is a $12.5 trillion market that we're entering for the first time. The executive order helps to tap in approximately 12.5 trillion held in retirement accounts across the United States. The executive order will direct U.S. labor departments to reevaluate the guidance value around alternative investment assets. So this is both private equity type investments. So you could talk real estate, talk small businesses, but in addition, cryptocurrency is in that realm. According to Bloomberg's latest 401k retirement report, we could see that the upcoming plans will be subject to Employment Retirement Income Security Act of 1974. Private allocation of crypto in 401k retirement plans will boost the digital asset market, making it turn extremely bullish. So be prepared, again, guys, and not surprised. We are front running a lot of liquidity, institutional inflows from ETFs, retirement inflows from 401k retirement accounts. You're talking significant money coming from the working class and institutional class in the United States of America and even globally. Now, lastly, we're seeing things like this start to pop up. XRP flashes danger signal as whales cash out $6 billion in 3 weeks. Without profit taking in any market, and they're making it seem like it's overly sold over on the XRP front. But remember, the entire market took a pretty strong corrections over the last few weeks. We saw red after red after red, where billions of inflows were leaving not just XRP, but the entire market. Let them cash out. They're going to have significant regrets when we break a new all-time high and hopefully get big demanding partnerships like those that mentioned in the video, MoneyGram, Western Union, you name it. So again, be prepared, guys. Some significant things are coming our way. This is not the time to be fudded. This is not the time to lose your positions. Instead, it's still time to double down, in my opinion. But remember, as always, of course, never financial advice. I appreciate your support as always. That's all I had for you guys today. And until next time, as always, everybody, keep investing. Peace.